Is being fat a choice? Fit women versus fat women, middle ground. I'm not gonna lie. It is being a choice, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Because I feel like they're lazy and they're gonna make me lazy and, you know, things like that. But there are perks to being fat. You know, you won't die quicker because you burn all the, like, the lard that's built up in your body and stuff. And, you know, for guys, you know, if they like the bigger tortas and stuff, it's more cushion for the pushing. But realistically, in the long-term run, being fat is not good.
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but it's like medically, you know.
So like for example,
so you're medically obese though?
No,
yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12 and I was not obese.
Okay, hey. Alright. Damn! Okay! Oh, okay.
Host the Radical Empathy podcast, and I'll be moderating today's discussion between fit women and fat women. And a friendly reminder, if you are writing a hate comment, you are part of the problem. Our first prompt is, your physique is in your control. Will the agreeers please step forward?
She has a question.
I have a question. When you mean physique, can you specify like what exactly are you trying to?
I think physique is like the shape and size of your body. Why were you hesitating?
Because, you know, there's a lot of different illnesses around. So, like,
oh my gosh, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't like when bigger people, I'm gonna just be giving a buck, bro. They make an excuse saying it's like mental illness. I know some of them, but bro, I know a lot of people be like, oh, I'm depressed. Bruh. Oh my God, here we go. This brother stand.
They can't gain weight or they can't lose weight, but I think that they can manage to stay at a place that's gonna be healthy for them. To me, personally, I do feel like I can be at a better place. I'm working on it, and that's my goal. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
as long
I
as you're
agree with
working
you
on it.
100%. I think that definitely people have ailments, there's different diseases and all that, but I think at the end of the day, what you can do, the best physical peak for your personal body is in your hands. You may not look like someone you want to look like, your ideal situation, but you can optimize your body.
At the end of the day, your physique is in your control. There's people that have
When I
mental
first started
illness,
working out, I lost
but it's
60
not
pounds,
100%
and that included
excuse.
just counting calories. I didn't have to work out as hard. I did the treadmill. I went at an incline, and I just walked the whole time, watching a movie and just walked. I just made healthier choices, and I've been mindful about what I put inside my body.
Like, you put in that effort, right? You made those conscious decisions to walk on the treadmill, count your calories. You were super exact with everything, and that's how both of you guys were able to lose so much weight, right? So your physique is 100% in your control. It's just that nobody wants to put the effort in.
Just so we can invite the disagreeers, that's a great point to bring in our disagreeers. Whoever wants to pick up where we just left off.
Oh, so people disagree
So,
with
well,
this.
of course, there are aspects that I think you can control about your physique. I think there are more things that are out of your control. Like, it is so much more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat like crap. If I go to the grocery store
that's true.
and I just want to buy a bunch of frozen meals, that's going to be so much cheaper than me going and buying fresh produce and fresh fruit. And
No, that's where you lost me at. It's actually cheaper to get an apple than a $4 lasagna biggie bag frozen box. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. When I was homeless living in my car, my best friend was produce. The produce is so cheap, bro. That's where she lost me.
Thanks.
I disagree.
That's an excuse.
Immediately.
I disagree too.
Why do you
See, they even disagree.
The prepackaged foods, the frozen ones, way more expensive.
Facts.
I've been on a budget, you know, eternally. I always save money by just going to the grocery store and buying ingredients.
I agree with you on that, but I can go get a frozen meal sometimes for $1.50, $2, where if I want to cook a whole meal, like depending on what all the ingredients I'm getting, that could be $10.
So you'll get more.
Okay, but you'll get more.
But still, you have to
Facts.
think from people who have like no money, and they're thinking like, oh, I can get.
I've had no money.
But if you-
I've had $12 for a week's amount of food.
I hear both. I think that you definitely, in the short-term mindset, it is cheaper. You go to a fast food restaurant, they have like a dollar menu. I think they've even increased the dollar menu now. So, which is
$2
crazy.
menu.
It's like a $2 menu. So that's valid, I think, but I think it's killing us in the long term. Like, it's like that short dopamine effect, the dopamine where you're like, oh, I just need something right now.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue. I also did want to, just touch on, other than like food costs, like there's also privilege when it comes to like having time to cook stuff.
Okay.
Like if you
100%.
work a full-time job, if you have kids and stuff,
Meal
most of
prep.
the time it's just
Meal prep.
easier. You don't have the time and energy. Like,
Excuses.
I enjoy cooking, but it's a lot of work sometimes.
Meal prep.
And it's much easier for me to just like go through the drive-through.
And then also privilege when it comes to like your mental health. When you are depressed, when you're struggling to even like get through the day.
But that's the thing, chat. Like, I don't like when people make excuses. Like, I get it. Everybody's life is not perfect, but you're still also in control. You're saying you're struggling, you're depressed, and you're this and that. Depression's only for, however long you want to make it. Depression can start with just you eating right, bro. Like, a lot of people feel shitty because of the food that they eat. Start changing that first, bro. Start changing that first.
It can be really hard to have that motivation to eat well, to move your body and stuff. So for then when people are like, oh, well, why aren't you working out? It's like, dude, I can barely even get out of bed. So please stop with that.
I just wanted to say that I didn't step forward because I have PCOS and I just recently got diagnosed with it. So with PCOS, it's so much more difficult for me to lose the weight and control what I want my physique to look like. It's just so much harder. It's not impossible, but it is.
We can fix it.
It's something
and we
that
can
can
fix
be
it.
fixed.
PCOS, we can fix
Sorry
it.
to cut y'all off, but Brie, I just wanted to hear from you.
Yo, Deshaun Dog, appreciate the subscription, bro. Everybody, W's to Deshaun Dog in the chat, man.
The question, like, your body is in your control. I just think it is not 100% in your control. To say it's like black and white, you can change it or you can't, is just crazy. It's just so nuanced. I really appreciated you bringing up the food access that you have, the knowledge access, your socioeconomic status. I go to the gym, I sit there, and I'm like, if only everyone had access and the free time to do this. I'm sure so many other people would love to do that, but people are struggling. They need to pay their rent. They can't just allot that time. They need to prioritize. And I think that's ultimately.
But pink hair lady, if I can interrupt. I'm gonna be honest. You can say a lot of people don't have a lot of free time to go to the gym, this and that. But realistically, losing weight doesn't even, start with the gym. It's what you're eating. 80% of losing weight is diet. You can start by doing that. That doesn't take time, bro. That's what I just don't like when people make excuses, bro. It's not all gym, bro. It's not all. It's 90%. Yeah, 90% diet, bro. I was off 10%.
What is really sad. Everyone would love to take care of themselves.
I disagree. I'm sorry, I disagree. Like, there's some of us who are on the fit side that don't have that privileges. I wake up at 4 a.m., have a full-time job. I get it done. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I want to be the highest version of myself, the most evolved version, and she has to show up.
But your life allows it.
No, I make my life allow
exactly.
it. I surround myself with that.
But other people don't have the.
But how much want to bet you're scrolling on TikTok?
Not everyone.
How much want to bet you're scrolling? Let me look at your screen time.
Put the effort in. That's it.
But I also think too, let's say for example, you're a teenager and you're like 500 pounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
The work that you need to do to remedy that is ungodly. Like, that's really challenging. That's a hard thing to do for anybody. As opposed to like me, I was really skinny and then I decided, I'm gonna go to the gym, I put on my weight. The results are showing. It looks like I'm working super hard. I make these choices like, go girl.
Right.
But that is not the same accessibility that someone can make that change for themselves in different circumstances.
I agree.
So
My only caveat is it's hard.
Somebody
for both,
say you can work
but
that
it
at
can be
home.
done is my point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
That's
say
my
that it's
only
as hard
point.
for me as someone who.
Especially if you guys have apartments. I know you guys have apartment complex. Literally, you can walk outside and go to your apartment complex and they have a built-in gym. I promise y'all.
Who's overweight trying to lose that weight. In my opinion.
But do you believe that it can be done?
I believe it can be done. I believe it can be done. But I think empathy and compassion for the different circumstances that may stop someone from doing that is necessary. To see like, oh, get off your ass and like do all this.
No one said
which you're
that.
not saying, but I'm saying some people, commenters,
Myron's
might be
not
saying
in this
that.
episode.
Myron was the word.
There is a spectrum for your body. Our height isn't under our control, our fat distribution, our bone density, our muscle density, our metabolism.
Yes,
These are all things that make up who we are. But in that spectrum of health, absolutely, we can change who we are with what we got, right?
And then we'll stop right there and move on to the next one.
Okay. All right.
Body positivity can promote unhealthy habits. Will the agreeers please step forward?
I can say yeah, body positivity. Like if someone's 600 pounds and you're like, period, sis, be who you are in your skin. No, her skin's hurting. Her skin's stretching. She has polka dots coming on her because she has skin problems because she's eating fucking Twinkies and goddamn Papa John's garlic bread. Like, I'm sorry, I don't like when girls do that on Instagram, bro. They're sitting here talking about body positivity, bro. No, Bro, I literally went to go to the restaurant the other day, bro. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I may sound like a dickhead, but there was a mother who is 600 pounds, and her daughter, you could tell that was in elementary school or middle school, was half her weight. Why are you teaching your kids unhealthy habits like that? She had barbecue sauce on her face leaving the restaurant. Like, bro, now she's gonna have heart problems and stuff when she gets older. Like,
I think blind body positivity can be harmful if it's just like always like, don't ever consider any possibility that you could change something or improve your quality of life. Just blindly accept yourself. I think that's where it can get kind of toxic.
I don't look like how I looked when I was 20. So body positivity is encouraging yourself to accept you're gonna transform eventually. When you're 40, when you're 50, you're gonna get wrinkles, you know, all these things. So yeah, definitely body positivity should have taken another route instead of just saying it's for bigger people, because it's not. It's for
but
all
I do
bodies.
agree with them.
People
Body
need to
positivity
accept
can be
your
toxic
changes.
though.
Yeah, I think the pendulum has switched to the furthest extreme. I think body positivity was created because there wasn't a space for people who could have acceptance in bigger bodies. And I think it's just gone to the furthest
good,
extreme
Jay?
now. And
Like, women come in all shapes and sizes, right? And every woman is beautiful. And I think that you should really be confident in your body and the way that you look, you know, wake up feeling your best. But I feel like especially on social media and in society today, this body positivity movement, I've seen like multiple times where there's like obese women promoting body positivity. And it's like, I wouldn't want like my
What's
kid.
obese for you?
Like an unhealthy lifestyle, like
but like,
overweight.
TTS is not working. TTS is on, brother. Yo, TTS is on. What are you talking about?
Asian boy gang tipped $2.50. Bro, you can't ask girls these questions. They don't think logically.
No, I don't think girls don't think logically, bro. I think girls they think off of emotions. That's just facts. You know, guys are more logical, girls think off of emotions. So that's why I think it's also good that, you know, some guys are raised to not be as emotionally or be empaths or have sympathy. So maybe, you know, even me learning this, you know, I'm thinking logically, but some girls, they think, you know, emotionally off of this. But realistically, I'm not saying they're thinking wrong. You know, they're just raised differently. And that's one thing everybody needs to realize is that everybody's raised differently, bro.
What's obese for you?
Obese, like a
Like for
medically
me,
obese.
if you see me, you
What's her
consider me
range?
obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but
Okay.
it's like medically,
So,
you know.
so like for
So
example,
you're medically obese, though? Yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12, and I was not obese.
Well, does anybody here?
So
would anybody here explain what they mean by medically obese? Just-
Exactly.
Like
BMI.
Like when you go to the doctor's
Yeah.
office and you get weight on a scale and they'll tell you, oh, you're a little bit overweight, or they'll say you're morbidly obese, you're
Because of your
whatever
height,
these things. So like,
everything.
like if you look at me,
Bro,
with,
see, this is the shit that they're adding, bro. I never heard somebody ever say they're adding terms and stuff. Medically obese. It's either you're overweight or you're not. Oh, you medically have diabetes or you don't have. Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. I've never heard that, bro.
be like, oh, she's a little plus size, but I am technically considered obese.
So
by my doctors.
And I was obese at, I think it's 30 BMI. Now the BMI, we've have come to learn that it's a little bit tricky now.
right, it's not the most accurate.
Right.
But that's what it's based off.
Yeah.
But
Right.
so correct. But
mass
now that when I was a size 14, I was considered obese. It's smaller than we think.
I think an obese person, and this is not, you know, calling absolutely anybody obese, but I think a person that can be considered obese will not be able to go on walks. They will lose their breath. For me, because I am a person that I'm big, but I'm, like I said, I'm still able to go on hikes and I won't lose my breath. I can go on runs, I can exercise. So if for the
you're-
doctors I'm obese because of the
Yes.
size and the stuff that
Yes.
I am, for the doctors,
Yes.
for me, it is not the way that it works because an obese person, I've had friends who are skinnier than me. We go on walks and they're losing their breath.
So for you, obesity
correct.
is just the
The fact-
health parameter of how physical you can be for
Exactly.
you. It's not a physical manifestation
Exactly.
of the body.
What the doctor,
Exactly.
when that doctor says that bad word, he's looking on a chart versus saying you
But how
can't.
many people have
but he's
been
saying-
bad
But listen,
diagnosed?
he's not saying you're ill and you can't walk up that hill.
I've had
you
doctors
go,
say that to
you
me.
go, I
That's
have
the
that.
thing. I've had doctors
I'm
say that
obese
to
and I
me.
can still walk
So-
up that hill. And that's what's fabulous about it, right? It doesn't automatically mean you're ill, but also down the road, absolutely it's going to mean you're ill. lucky with your genetics currently, down the road, it's not going to be the same
But
story.
you think they're genetics, but since I was really young, I'm active. I'm an active woman.
I never said you're not active.
No, I know, but I'm just responding to what you're saying. I know you're not saying that I'm not active. I'm responding to what you're saying about the doctors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I have had doctors tell me that.
Tell you what?
That I'm obese and that
Yes.
I cannot exercise, that why am I not exercising, why am I not doing the effort. There's doctors that have bad diagnosed me for things that I've never had. And I've gotten medicated for things that I've never had. So it's like,
Right. Well,
it's
that's-
it's different.
They're killing us too. So.
Just we went down a tangent
Yeah.
from that. I want to.
Oh my God, you could
we're
say
talking
that.
about we're talking about body positivity,
Yes.
whether we think it promotes unhealthy habits. We're going to bring in our disagreeer.
Oh my God.
And then continue the convo.
Yeah.
So I didn't step forward because I really hate the toxicity that has come from people being like, oh, body positivity promotes obesity and blah, blah, blah. I hate that so much. I think there is like the minutest people who are doing that. The vast, vast majority, I do not think promote obesity. Body positivity, to me, is just loving your body, accepting your body how it is, and not hating yourself. Like, you shouldn't have to wake up every day because you're 400 pounds and hate yourself. Like, I don't think anybody should be hating themselves. So that to me is what body positivity is about. And it's also about equality in how people are treated. Like, for example, Lizzo gets called out so much.
No, I feel like body positivity is like excusing you're okay in your situation. If the doctors are saying, hey, this is the wrong with your body, you have type 2 diabetes, you have high blood pressure, but then you post a picture of yourself and all the girls in comments like, girl, that don't matter. Be positive in your own body, even though you have the health issues. That's what I see. Like, yes, someone said body positivity it equals complacent, like to be complacent in your situation. That's what I kind of see body positivity, and that's wrong. You can't. I don't know.
On like, oh my God, she's out there with her ass and stuff. Like, it's so disgusting. But Chapel Roan, who, God, I love Chapel Roan, was at Gumball and came out as Statue of Liberty and had her ass out. Did not see a single person online saying, so why she have her ass out? It's like, it's a double standard. People inherently hate fat bodies and don't think they should be seen in society.
I actually disagree with that because I do see people hating on Chapel Rowan for the way that she looks and her outfits, and there's going to be hate on both sides.
Of course, there's going to be
Yes,
hate, but
they're gonna
I
hate,
meant like
bro,
the
they
volume
hate skinny
of
girls
hate
and
that
big
Lizzo
girls.
gets compared.
I don't like when big girls try to sit here and say they're the only ones hated. Bro, y'all seen what happened to Cora LeRae. Everybody was saying she's too skinny. She's too skinny. Bro, the society's never going to be satisfied on what weight you are, bro. So I hate when people who, feel like they're being picked on or, oh, it's only fat people. No, it's all sizes, bro. Literally, if you're too skinny, you're going to get picked on. If you're too fat, you're going to get picked on. So I don't see.
Chapel Roan. Like, I would say, like, it's much smaller. Like, you constantly hear about like Lizzo, and
I have a question. I have a question about Lizzo. Okay,
Always comes back to Lizzo.
One of the okay.
She's lost weight too.
I know.
She's lost a lot of weight right now.
One of the few times I saw her streaming, she had this gorgeous cake was gifted to her, enormous. Went in with it with a fork and was eating constantly and talking to the camera while she was streaming. The volume of the cake that she ate, I just went, oh my God, how many people are watching this? It was a horrible representation. I hated every moment of it. What do you have to say about that?
Well, my question would be, if there was a thin person doing that, would you have had that same reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think it's more about, like, she's not promoting obesity by eating cake on camera. She's just, eating cake on camera.
But if she's the representation of body positivity and she's behaving this way, is that promoting
Have
a
you
negative
noticed
light?
that she just posted a video that she lost weight? Like,
No,
that
no,
was-
absolutely don't.
Yeah.
I
She just
absolutely
posted a
not.
video
I
and she
absolutely
lost
did not.
weight. You can see the difference.
Because I don't want her in my algorithm.
So it was just probably that one day that you saw her doing that, but that
I don't want her in my algorithm. It's crazy.
doesn't identify her as a whole person.
Yeah, in defense of Lizzo, not a sentence I want to repeat. In defense of her, I have seen her post like, oh, here's a green smoothie that I got, or here's me with my salad, or like, here I am at the gym. I think there is this weird stigma where people that are overweight have to be perfect all the time. They can never just like, just have a cake. And I agree, it's gorging. I agree, it's not great. Listen, I'm not saying that's great.
That was
not
too
great.
much.
But I'm saying that like this one instance of her doing this, amidst all her other ones of her trying to be healthy.
Can I go on the opposite side of that, like with Lizzo? There's like Eugenia Clooney. She's a very
Yes.
petite, tiny
Eugenia.
woman. Why are people saying, "Oh, good job, Lizzo"? Like, good job for eating healthier. But like when Eugenia Clooney's like trying to eat something, like
But is Eugenia Cooney allowed to have hashtag body positivity?
she does sometimes. So
Is she?
she promotes herself literally wearing like tiny
Because we're-
outfits, showing her body.
That was my whole point. Is like these extremes are hijacking it.
Yeah,
I agree.
think,
They're not
like,
good representation.
Yeah,
No.
That like the algorithm, they will push out the most extreme cases because they get the most views, and it's
Right.
what people want to see.
Yes, it's dangerous.
Including these conversations. Although this one's pretty reasonable. All right, let's reset.
No matter who you are, there's no denying that injuries can really put a damper on your everyday life. Like seriously, being injured when I'm trying to hit a new PR legit sucks. Luckily, there's people out there who can make your life easier. Just know that if you ever find yourself getting injured, you can turn to Morgan & Morgan, America's largest and $500,000 in Florida. I'm Chase. Conviction.
Forward. I have taken a weight loss drug. Will the agreeers please step forward?
I've taken a weight loss drug. Okay.
I guess everybody's perfect.
I'm like trying to see like what do we define as drug?
Just now.
I think we're talking about the
Like
wait,
Ozempic?
Pills
Yeah,
or
wait. Well, any
Like diet pills?
drug that you've taken.
yeah, wait, I'll,
Sorry. But yeah, come on in. Let's hear your story too.
I have used weight loss drugs before I knew the power of them in college and that you could get them over the counter, but they were incredibly strong and probably needed to be controlled at that time. But I was just so obsessed with my body size. I've pretty much my whole life, and that's just the culture, American culture that I was raised in and lived.
She was talking crazy for the woman to be taking pills and losing weight. Like you didn't get it out the mud. You took the easy way route, bro.
And so I would try drastic means, and I've done things that would just get you super wired. Even as an adult, once I figured out how to eat, I gained the weight back during the lockdown, like a lot of people did. And I go, gosh darn it, I was so upset, and I took a prescription weight loss drug that was prescribed by a doctor, and I was able to drop the weight quickly. I use it as a biohack. I use it short term just to get the weight off, because
What's good, Omar?
once the weight is off, now it's on you. You have to know how to eat.
So this is more recently.
Yep, and this is absolutely recent.
Was
too.
it like Ozempic, something like that?
Phentermine. You can get it prescribed. It's a controlled substance. It's hardcore, but it takes the thought process out of your mind. That thing, that monster that always tells you you're gonna get your next serotonin kick by that food, and you're hyper focused on eating, and it takes that monster, it stops talking. So now when the monster stops talking, you go, I can control this. I can make changes in my lifestyle in order to make healthier decisions to keep the weight off that I just lost with this drug. And yeah.
I was so desperate to lose weight. I was like on TikTok scrolling through, and like
I told you. I literally told you they all scroll on TikTok, bro.
like, oh, this drug does this.
Instead
and
of
this
working
does
out,
that.
you're scrolling
and I
TikTok.
was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just blindly buy this thing, and showed up at
Do
a
you know
horrible
kind of
time
what
for
kind
me.
of drug it was?
It was a pill that I took, and it like suppressed my want to eat food. But it also like had some really bad side effects.
Bro, she
like
got a
when
Temu
I would
drug.
eat, I would feel sick.
She got a
after,
Temu drug, bro.
and I realized like, oh, I'm feeling horrible all the time, and having this energy low, and like just feeling physically
Bro, this
sick.
is where you fucked up. You took a weight loss pill from a TikTok shop. Bro, you're cooked. Bro, at that point, bro, you might as well not even lose weight. If you're able to be that gullible to be drinking them little slim teas and all that other stuff, bro, you're cooked, bro.
How long were you on it?
I was on it for 2 months maybe.
Did you lose weight?
I lost some weight, but as soon as I got off of it, I gained all of that weight back.
Yep.
I
You
gained
have
it
to know what to do
all
once
back.
once you're there.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Exactly. It was
Yeah.
like the crutch, and like you just relied on it so much, and then once it was gone, you had to do your own thing, and
you have to figure it out.
you had to figure it out, and the pill was doing all that for you, and then for me, I gained more weight than I lost when I was on it.
Let's bring in our disagreeers.
Chad, what do y'all think about that? Disagreeing?
So I've heavily considered taking Ozempic. But I've decided not to because you either have to stay on that drug long term to keep those effects, or if you get off of it, most people are gonna gain the weight back. So I'm no longer interested in anything that is not a complete lifestyle change. Like for me, I have learned over the years that I would prefer to be fat and happy than thin and miserable. So like right now I'm just trying to, eat less processed food, stay away from like sodas and stuff for the most part. But I will never count calories, or because to me that leads to disordered eating habits.
For you?
For me personally, yes. I'm not talking for everybody. I'm not talking for everybody, but for me personally, and I do think for a lot of people, it can lead to disordered eating.
Kind of circling back to the topic about taking weight loss drugs. Hell no, I would never take no weight loss drugs. I worked really hard for my body, and I'm a very big believer in that phrase. Like, if you wanted to, you could. Wouldn't you be so much happier if you lost the weight and you look back on it and it was like, yeah, like I did that.
Exactly.
Like that was 100% all me. I didn't need no help. I didn't need no cheat codes. Like, this was the work that I put in, and I got the results that I wanted.
And that was the mindset that I wish that I had before I took the drugs.
Yeah.
Because I was super naive. I was 18 years old,
But
and
I'm
I
gonna be
had
honest, though.
no knowledge about anything, and I was looking for a quick.
But I'm gonna be honest though, I do agree with the Asian girl that said it's super proud once you do the hard work. But I've noticed where when people get locked into the gym, their whole personality becomes that gym, bro. They will never once you get trapped into that gym lifestyle, bro, you're never getting out, bro. And you're gonna always be judgmental. I think being a gym influencer is one of the worst things you can do because you're always comparing yourself to other people. You're always thinking you're never going to be enough. You always think, oh, there's always real improvement. So realistically, I don't know. I feel like that's a double-edged sword in my opinion, bro.
Fix because all these people were telling me, oh, you need to lose weight, you need to do this, and that was in my own household. So it was my family telling me this, along with my friends and everything like that.
It's a lifestyle change ultimately. These are tools that you can utilize, but if you are not changing your lifestyle to go with it, then what will have been forced? And so I think that's really ultimately what it is. If you're not ready to commit to the lifestyle change, using these tools is not going to help you.
When people do these quote unquote shortcuts, a lot of the time, mentally, they're not there. So they lose the weight and then they're still
not fixing the problem.
Exactly.
My mom always taught me too much of anything's bad.
They get off it. Everything mentally, that they were at when they were at a bigger weight is still there because they didn't put in that mental work, doing it on their own.
For example,
we gotta reset for the next one. I'm getting the signal.
Fit women are more attractive than fat
women. Will the agreeers please step forward?
Fit women are more attractive than fat women. Okay.
I would definitely agree. Fit women are more attractive.
That's my girl, bro. Yo, she don't care. She stand on business, bro. Extra Emily, bro. I fuck with you. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. They bro. I hate when girls don't be honest with themselves, bro. Obviously, there's cute big women, but overall, most of big women. I don't know. They just, me personally, I'm gonna be honest. I don't find big women attractive. It's not only because their looks. I think it's their mindset. Whenever I talk or I hear bigger people talk, bro, they just sound really depressed and not motivated to do anything. I don't want that around me. You know what I mean? You're gonna be who you are, who you surround yourself with, and that's just how it is. I don't think bigger girls are unattractive at all. I just think realistically, how you carry yourself and what motivates you is really what makes me want to be with somebody. So
attractive than plus size women, only because me having this body, it shows that I can commit to something, right? And it shows that I'm hardworking. So I feel like men looking at my body can see, oh, okay, she's dedicated. She put in the work, and that could be an attractive quality that men see in me. I would definitely go for a more muscular guy. So that kind of shows that we have something in common, something that we can work on together.
So gym dates.
Yeah, gym dates for sure.
I've never seen a fit guy and a bigger set girl together, vice versa. it's either one. If you're big, you're gonna be with somebody big because you guys have the same type of mindset, the same workflow. Same with fit people. I think that's just how it is, bro.
All right, thank you. Can we bring in the disagreeers?
I feel like I'm gonna get flamed alive right now. It's all good.
I'm bisexual, so I
Hey,
love
girl, me
women.
too.
I
Yes,
love women.
yes, all the bisexuals.
I
Okay.
think that all women
Yes,
are beautiful. I've had
bisexual.
relationship with women that are fit, that are not fit, variety. And I can tell you that personality-wise, the skinniest ones and the most beautiful ones have had a personality that I cannot work with. Me, personally. Me.
Because
Yeah.
you have
And
different
it comes
mindset.
from
You're
a place
bigger.
that the way that I grew up, the way that they grew up, thoughts, minds, you
I'm
surround yourself with
slamming
people
like
that
big
you
girls,
like, that
it
is like
depends.
you.
Yes, it
Your
depends on the
personality has
mindset.
more beauty.
Trust me. I've talked to bigger girls before, bro. I'm not saying I won't. It's just depending on their mindset, bro.
Than the way that you look.
Your physical looks will disappear. My grandma, she used to be a very petite, tiny woman, grew up in the Philippines. My grandpa the same way. Now they're a little bigger, they're more comfortable. 50 years later, still in love.
Yeah.
My grandpa always makes jokes. Like when I remember growing up, he was like, "This is Burger King and this is McDonald's. I'm the king and I'm loving it." And I'm like, that's my grandpa. He showed me like you can appreciate a woman through all the changes, you know? Like,
Exactly.
And that's why I love. Like I could be once I get skinny, like
I feel
my
like-
boyfriend can still love me, but maybe he loves me.
I feel like the girl, I feel like this girl right here, I don't think she likes skinny people. I think she probably had some type of trauma where maybe like fit girls that she dated probably wanted to motivate her to work out, and that kind of just demotivated her, and she just felt like being picked on and stuff. I feel like she really has some type of trauma when it comes to people who are skinnier than her. That's what I'm personally seeing. It looks like she really has some type of like bias towards them.
Like, this is Burger King and this is McDonald's. I'm the king and I'm loving it. And I'm like, that's my grandpa. He showed me like you can appreciate a woman through all the changes, you know? Like,
Exactly.
And that's why I love. Like I could be once I get skinny, like my boyfriend can still love me, but maybe he loves me more because how I am personally.
I think people like to be like, oh, it's always going to be the fit woman is more attractive than the plus size woman. I just don't think that's true. Like, there's a lot of beautiful fit women. There's also a lot of not very beautiful ones.
Right.
You
Yes.
know what I mean? To assume that size will always equal more attractive, I just think is like silly. It's a case by case basis.
Because I'm more on the healthy side.
Well, you can be
They
thin
can
and
be
not
thin,
healthy.
yeah,
Let's be
very
clear.
clear.
Exactly.
But the biggest issue I have with what you said, I disagree with you. I think as a fit girl as well, fit girlies, but I still disagree with you because there's beautiful women who are in bigger bodies. Like, I feel like it's an arrogance almost to be like, oh, because I'm fit, I'm more attractive. Like that's,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. And the biggest issue I have was what you said about men being attracted to you more just because you're fit. I think that that's basing your worth on a man. And I'm married, as a married woman saying that, I just don't understand what that has to do with the principle of just physical attractiveness. It has nothing to do with if someone else deems you as attractive. It's like just solely based on the physical. So I 100% agree.
I think this question, I don't think this question really makes sense in my opinion. It's saying this question, fit women are more attractive than fat women, and then they're talking about the basis of it being attractive, but now they're switching the topic, they're moving the goalposts and talking about beautiful. Beautiful and being attractive is two different things, bro. Someone can be beautiful, but are they attractive? Those are two different things.
I was debating actually stepping forward because of just what society has taught me my whole life is like, it is more beautiful, that is more beautiful, that is more beautiful. And I've really had to work on unlearning that, like for so many years. When I was like, 19, 20, I was like, oh, the reason I'm not in a relationship is because I'm fat. Like I need to lose weight and then I'll become in a relationship, then someone will love me. And I thought that for so many years. And like my self-confidence was like down here. And I really had to work on unlearning that. And I'm still trying to unlearn that. But like I have learned over the years that people are attracted to different things. So
Facts.
if you ask one
Everybody's attracted
person,
to different things.
they're gonna tell you, oh, this is what I'm attracted to. And if you
Facts.
ask someone else, they might have a completely different answer. So I think attractiveness is subjective. I think when it comes to society, society 100% says skin.
Facts. Everybody's beautiful, but everybody's not going to be attracted to everybody, if that makes sense. Everyone has a type. So when I say attractiveness is two different things. Beautiful, everybody's beautiful. That's just literally how it is. So for them to try to switch and be like, oh, beautiful is different than this, attractive isn't it? No. The question's about attractiveness. That's literally.
Skinnier is better.
I mean, I hear a lot of what you're saying, but I'm curious. Anybody want to share, like, what is the type of body that you're attracted to?
To men, on men, other, or
Well,
the
I don't know.
opposite.
There's people who are attracted to men. So whether it's men or women, what kind of bodies are you attracted to?
Because I've been smaller and bigger. I am tall. I already am eliminating a majority of people because I'm one taller man than me. But you know what? Somebody on your show, Zach Miko.
Was that the tall guy?
It was the model.
Oh, yeah.
The plus size model? He was
Yes.
very cute.
So
Unfortunately married.
So it's like I
Sorry,
have
Zach.
dated some fantastically gorgeous men, but when I feel most comfortable and myself and I can feel just kind of let it all out is a guy that's has some cushion. Gym people for gym people. And, and that kind of seems like unattainable.
I can't date a
and
gym
not my
girl,
vibe.
bro.
No, I appreciate the specificity.
I can't date a gym girl, bro. Their lifestyle is so different, bro. I'd be like, let's go out and eat. They'd be like, no, but my calories, I can't go on for 800 calories. I'm like, bro, if you don't fucking eat this fucking steak, like, bro, it's so annoying, bro. I woke up one morning, this girl was eating a mustard egg. A mustard egg, bro. I was like, what the fuck are you eating, bro? Like, if we don't fucking go get some Waffle House or some shit, like, bro, I just could not do it, bro. I was like, I felt so bad. Like, I was like a mustard egg, and it wasn't even a sandwich. You literally had mustard, and I was like, why do you have mustard on there? They said, oh, because mustard is a condiment that doesn't add calories. I don't care what you say, but I'm not finna wake up in the morning and eat a egg mustard bowl. The fuck?
So I do have a type, but also like I've never dated before. So I'd say like my
Just add seasoning. They can't add seasoning because it adds calories. Certain seasonings add calories. The only seasonings that they can add is like pepper and Cajun. I think those are the only ones that they can add. Other seasonings make you gain weight.
type goes from I like my type goes from like Prince Eric to Fluffy. Yes, the comedian Fluffy. I just feel like I could like hug him. Like he would give the best hugs and be like the best person.
It's a very
like,
wide range.
Yeah, a very wide range of
A lot of them fit into
a lot
that
of
range.
infinites to that. But like I don't discriminate against like body type
Facts.
or anything like that.
I don't
It's
discriminate
funny
either.
because for me as a bisexual woman, like what I like in women versus what I like in men is like very different. So men, I'm very much like you. Like dad bods are kind of like what I'm the most attracted to. I don't want someone like super, super big, but I also don't like super skinny or like super, super buff. Like you have a little muscle, that's fine, but like the really buff guys, like not my thing. But for women, I like way more different kinds of women, like thin, big, like I don't know. I'm just way more attracted, I think, when it comes to different kinds of women. Like when I'm swiping on
Y'all love dad bods?
dating apps.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna be honest, man. One day, hopefully, I get a dad bod, man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I realized I think abs and I think being fit is like middle schools and stuff like that. But when you get older, bro, a lot of girls, honestly, bro, they like a guy that's just like more beer belly, bro. Like realistically, they like beer bellies. So I was so confused on why that is, but I think people just go older.
Like I'll maybe swipe on like 1 in every 20 men, and like women it's like 1 in 5. Women I just think overall are much more beautiful than men. Like even
And we have better profiles. Let's get this.
yes, that too.
All right, let's reset. It's okay for models to set a high standard for body image. Will
Nah.
the agreeers please step forward?
Nah, I don't think just because you have a job, you should set a body image.
I did some modeling as a kid and as a teenager, and even now as an adult, I did pinup. There's definitely like a high expectation and standard, especially like in runway modeling and things like that, because they push out these clothing and they only do it in certain sizes. There's standards that different companies have that they want to push out certain things. So like for pinups, they want you to look a certain way, they want you to do your makeup a certain way, they want you to dress a certain way for that style. And same thing for like Victoria's Secret, they want to promote lingerie, and there's a standard for each company and they have to live up to that standard based on what they're trying to promote.
And personally for me, I always looked up to thin people. I always found them very
For a hand
beautiful.
grab? What the fuck
I
is a
was
hand
like, I
grab?
want to be able to look like a Victoria's Secret model one day. It's okay to have a higher
is a
standard
hand
because it
grab?
makes you want like, oh, I want to work harder on myself to achieve that type of body goal. I might not look exactly like them, like with the hips and everything, but I want to be able to look a healthy version of myself that looks something like that.
I think it's okay for models to have a higher standard of beauty because we are attracted to attractive things. A model is selling something. They're being hired to sell something, and they're going to make it, hey, look at this. Look at the dress I'm wearing. And you as a consumer, you don't want to look at somebody that is going to go, ugh, I don't even want to look at that person. What were they selling? I don't know.
Let's bring in our disagreeers. More disagreeers than I expected.
I completely disagree. I think we all forgot what modeling industry has done for women in our society. I think we kind of went blank for a second.
Model industry is one of the most toxic things for women to be on their bodies, bro. Like literally, bro. When I did modeling myself, I was literally eating fish and rice, eating 1 meal a day, working out like twice a day, like just pushing myself to the limit. Bro, that shit is just not healthy at all.
I'm a journalism major. I have my degree in journalism, and growing up with certain magazines, and those women, just because they were thin does not mean they were healthy. Have y'all ever seen America's Next Top Model?
Yes.
There's a lot of
You did not model?
detrimental things
I
that were
can
happening
prove
within
it,
that
but it's
society,
just
within that
cringy,
community.
bro. I don't
And
like
agree
showing
with
my
you. Yes,
photos.
we all want to look at something aesthetically pleasing, but that varies. Also, the modeling industry is known for not being diverse.
Right.
Hello. So I don't know, we just like blacked out for a second.
It's very diverse now.
Now.
It was not when I started.
Yeah, but
was
it's
not.
not that diverse now either. It's evolving, but I wouldn't go as far as saying it's that diverse. But I think that it can be very detrimental as a young woman. I think the body positivity movement kind of was created in juxtaposition because of the modeling industry of the 90s and early 2000s, how toxic that was.
I do think we have come a long way, but we still have like much further to go. The average size of the woman in the United States is a size 16. So why are we not seeing that reflected more on runways and modeling and stuff? You know, I also have issues with it when it comes to a lot of plus size modeling too, because a lot of plus size models, they have the curves, but they have no belly. And that's so unrealistic for most plus size women, where it's like, most plus size women, if you are a size 20 like I am, you're gonna have a stomach.
And most of those photos have been photoshopped.
Yeah, or they even put padding on smaller models to make them look bigger.
The standards keep changing. How many models do they need to show all the different body types that for this to...
That's one thing I never understood. When I was like little, bruh, I always looked at girls' bodies, and then when I like go mess with a girl, I'd be like, why does she have a little pudge? Where did this like come from? Like, why am I not messing with girls that don't have like a flat stomach? But I realized, like, realistically, like having a flat stomach is really impossible as a female, bro. Like y'all, like the girls that have flat stomachs probably starve themselves, bro, on some real shit. I don't know.
To sell one dress.
Sounds like there's a tension between the market. If the data says more people clicked on this body, even if it's unrealistic.
Yes.
Put that body in the ad.
Yes.
But what you're saying is that's unfair representation of the true customer.
Yeah, exactly. Because then I'll like buy something that I saw on a plus size model who has a flat stomach, and then I put it on, and I'm like, oh, I hate this because it's clinging to like all the wrong parts. I just want to see something that looks. It doesn't have to look exactly like me.
I think for a long time people thought that diversity in sizes wasn't marketable. Like I can't make money from showing all this diversity of sizes, but I think that there are new brands coming like Savage X Fenty with Rihanna. She has proven that you can have diverse bodies and you can still market and sell. And let's be real, most consumers are not the models. They look different.
Women should be fit enough to protect themselves. Will the agreeers step forward?
What type of question
This is something that I always
This is obviously, everybody knows this. This is a yes.
No shame to people that are thinner, but I just think you're so vulnerable when you're thin. Like if you're petite and you're frail and you're not strong enough to fight back, I don't think that's safe for you. I'm a proponent of like building muscle. That way you're sturdy. That way if someone tries to come up on me, they're going to feel something.
I think we shouldn't have to.
Yes.
Like it sucks that we're in a society that we do, but we have to.
Yes.
You're prone to danger at any moment. Know some punches, know some locks. I don't know, but yeah, definitely stay prepared.
Yeah, as someone who trains kickboxing, boxing, and Muay Thai, at our facility, like we do offer like women's self-defense classes, and like no matter like what body size you are. I highly recommend every single woman to take at least one class just so you know the basics and just like for your own protection.
Well, I got attacked by a dog once when I was on a walk. I came out of this house and it came after me, and I was with a group of friends. Of course, it comes up to the big one. Don't get me wrong, but it was scary. I couldn't run away from that problem, but my friends were able to.
Has anyone ever been in a situation where they've had to defend themselves?
I can talk about it because it doesn't hurt anymore, but when I was young, I did get molested, and
Sorry.
it's fine. I'm over it. I know
That's
it wasn't
not-
my
that-
fault. See,
that's
I
not-
work with my
that's
brain
not-
a lot,
that's not
so
fine,
for me,
bro.
I was laying down,
That's not fine.
and it was more of a like situation where I couldn't move because of what everything was that was happening around me, and my thoughts were just like, I need to find a way to survive. I need to find a way to push this person from me, and I was 13, so it was like, you know what? Pray. Because there was a cousin sleeping next to me, and I was like, please have her move so I can move. And she did. And as soon as she moved, I found a way to just push him. Like I found a courage to push him off. It came from, I don't know where, but it came. And whatever happened after that. So it is a situation where as women, we are subject to not just men, but to a lot of people, and where we need to find a way to protect ourselves, and not just us, as we're growing older. Like, we should be showing our children how to and who not to trust instead of judging them, instead of expecting from them. You should be teaching them to find their way and what works for them, to find a courage to save themselves from whatever is going to be a struggle for them in the future.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you for sharing that story.
I have abused my body. Will the agreeer step forward?
Personally, for me, I've always suffered with anxiety and depression since I was young. I haven't grown up in the best areas. I used to self-harm in different ways. I suffered with like purging and everything, and like actual like physically cutting myself. Sometimes I even attempted to like burn myself. When I look in the mirror, I'm just like, what is wrong with you? And I was 13, 12, and around this time, I did not like the way I look. I'm not happy right now. And like the only thing I have control of, because I don't have money, I can control what I can do to myself. And it wasn't until like I got older and I started studying mental health, I started studying like different like ways you can take care of yourself with the resources I had. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not the best at my mind right now. And there's other opportunities I can control those bad thoughts. To let them out.
What were some of the tools that were most helpful to you?
Meditation really was a big thing for me. I loved meditating. Whenever I had those, I call it like noise, like those just thoughts in my head, like just talking. And I'm like, close your eyes, inhale, exhale, and just breathe. Just find your center and calm yourself. That's really helped me a lot.
Addiction is the disease that tells your brain that the problem is the solution. My biggest addiction was food, and and you get a serotonin kick. Everybody has a vice because that's something cheap and fast. At some point, you're not a victim anymore. Like, you're actually doing it to yourself. This lifestyle of this and up and down, and how I even abused myself, how I used to talk to myself, and you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not thin enough. You know, you're never enough. Until I changed the way I spoke to myself, did changes ever happen and maintain.
Abuse my body a lot by being an emotional
tomorrow
ear.
with the
Like
subscription to Brian. Thank
I'm
you,
a very
bro.
emotional
Everybody
person.
spam up
Actually,
W
I just
sub.
found out
W sub.
last year that I have BPD. Ever since I was a teenager,
What's BDD?
I have struggled heavily with depression and suicidal thoughts, like all
What's
the
BDD?
time. Yeah, I have abused my body over the years, and I'm trying to love myself more, take better care
Do
of
it.
myself.
Don't try. Just do it.
Well, you
told-
say that, but it can be hard.
Make it easy. Make it easy. Make it
Bipolar
easy to speak to
disorder?
yourself in a kind way.
Yeah.
I
Beautiful
just got
princess
upset
disorder?
because you don't want to be on this. You're a gift.
Thank you.
How dare you take that beautiful gift away? How dare you? You're not allowed to do that anymore, okay? You're here. You have to speak to yourself kindly. Yeah. Be nice to yourself. Your family members, how would they tell somebody else that's speaking to you that way to you? And you do it to yourself, that's not okay.
Yeah.
You can change it, make a choice.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot better over the years, that I'm much kinder to myself, and I wish I could like tell my younger self to like be kinder.
But you can tell her right now.
Oh,
You can
I do,
tell that
yeah.
baby right now, she's good enough and she's meant to be here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Red dress.
I'm like, I just want to give
dress
you a
been
hug
through it.
because I relate to your story so much. I was an emotional eater too. I still am an emotional eater. I'm working on it so much, but like when I was getting bullied in middle school, like I was getting called fat and all these things, and I was literally getting notes handed to me saying that I was like a fat whale. It really messed me up, and it made me attempt suicide a few times. And I was a child. I was 12 years old, and it wasn't until after I attempted and my family found out, because now I don't think that way anymore. That's why I'm such a huge like advocate for mental health and just like love yourself. You have to love yourself in order to change things that you want to change.
This shit getting deep, bro.
Can I bring in the disagreement? For the people who came in, the disagreeers with this prompt, what have been the most valuable tools or resources in your life to not abuse your body?
I think of like the highest version of myself, and I try to show up as her every single day. When I have dark thoughts or when things are hard, I'm like, okay, the highest version of Alyssa, like she's a baddie, she's disciplined, you know, she loves herself, and I kind of show up as her.
I 100% agree with that. I'm a very big believer in like if you say things out loud and manifest them, then they will come true, because eventually you do end up getting like that mentality switch, right? Like if you wake up and the first thing that you say to yourself like in the mirror.
I just like her, like the tats, everything, man. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like girls with a lot of tats and stuff, but like it's the way she carries herself. She's like tough.
Is like, I'm ugly, you know? That's what you're gonna go about your entire day believing, you know? But maybe like writing something down, like having it like on the mirror and stuff, and starting every morning like smiling and with like positivity, then you'll carry that energy like through the entire day, the entire week, the entire month, and eventually like your entire life.
If you have a network of people that if you're feeling any kind of emotion or going through anything, having that kind of community to help you figure out how you can go about this without doing some detrimental harm to yourself. I think it's really amazing. And again, a privilege that I was able to have that. And if nothing else, I hope anyone watching this can really see and empathize, and like, you can't just look at someone and be like, oh, they're this and that, or they're lazy, or they don't work hard enough. Like, I think this conversation has just been so illuminating for me, and I hope it's illuminating for everybody.
For me, also, just adding to like what helped me get out of the depression that I had was I sat down and I cried. I would cry in my room and acknowledge the things that I needed to change, even though it was going to cost me. And I had supporters like my family, my sisters, my biggest supporter.
Pack Runner said, I think nobody should tell someone how their body looks in a bad way, because at the end of the day, it's not your body. Facts. I don't tell people about themselves, because why does it matter? You know, it's not my body. Let people do what they want to do with their body, bro.
I love you with all my heart. And you really need to work on yourself. Make a better choice. Change your body if it's necessary, if you can, but be healthy, because we're not getting any better. This world is just gonna get harder. So we need to be healthy and prepared for whatever we need to do, you know? So yeah, work out safely, and you know, everybody, we hope you're healthy for like the longest time, because man.
I definitely agree with like letting out a good cry, because I was an emotional eater.
I cried a lot.
I was such an emotional eater. Like I held all of my emotions in, and what I would do is I would eat instead of letting that emotion out and recognizing the emotion. And it wasn't until like I let out that cry, I reached out to the people.
Yeah, you reach out for help.
You reach out to the people that you trust and you feel the safest with. And I did that I started to realize like, oh, I need to change this. It isn't healthy to go to the food instead of going to the people. You gotta go to your people.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. The day after my mom passed, I just came back, literally, I took a plane back to California to be with my family while she was in her coma. And that day I was just like, you know what? My mom's gone. I want to be gone, you know? And the only person I really trust and love and care for and adore is my grandma. She is my rock. And I remember looking at her like, we got home, I'm like, Grandma, I'm done. This is it. And she told me, and this is the only thing that keeps me going till this day, is the moment you're gone, I lost you, I lose your mom, I have no one. And reaching out to my grandma and telling her like, I'm ready to just end it, it made me realize like, if I keep hurting myself, I'm not just hurting myself, I'm hurting the people who love me the most. Making sure, like, you know, when you're going through your hard spot, just know, like, you're not alone in that. There's people around you who do truly love you, and they want you to reach out to them and tell them, like, what's going on with you. So I always recommend that. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
What she said, don't ever apologize.
Ever, especially as a woman. Stop apologizing.
I love that.
Thank you all so much for the vulnerability and for sharing your opinions through the discussion. Thank you guys for watching Middle Ground. Subscribe, watch more Middle Ground, listen to Radical Empathy, and leave a positive or thoughtful comment because these folks are human. All right, thanks all.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
W video. Damn, that shit started tearing up at the end, man. Damn.